Any questions so far about communication, how to stand up, how to posture yourself? Okay. Once again, ladies, if we have those types of tops, you definitely don't want to lean forward where people can see down your tops and things like that. We want to maintain professional posture and communication at all times. Okay, here is that STAR method. All right, this is where I want you guys to take that note. Okay, this is how I want you guys to answer your question. Okay, here is the STAR method. This is your secret weapon, but you're going to need to remember this and practice this, so that way no matter what question they ask, you can answer it. Okay, so the STAR method, STAR, stands for situation, task, action, result. Okay, they're going to ask you behavioral interview questions. It could be like, describe your past experience, tell us about your weakness, those types of questions. The STAR method is a framework to help you give clear and compelling structure to all of the questions that you give. Sometimes when we are asked a question, our questions are too vague. We try to answer the question in a few words and hurry up and finish. You want to answer the question with a great framework, because sometimes if you answer the question well enough, it actually answers multiple questions that they didn't even ask you yet. And that's a good thing. When a person says to you, oh, you already answered my next question, that means you just gave a great answer. You gave enough information that the interviewer was really able to connect and understand and learn on a deeper level how you respond to questions and how you would answer and behave in the workplace. So let's start with S. S stands for situation. The situation is where you set the scene. This is the situation. You can also think of it as the issue or the problem that may be embedded in the question that they ask. For example, tell us about a problem that you had on a previous job. Okay, so the situation is the scenario. You want to give them the situation or the background information. You got to set the scene for them and give them the context so that they understand where you're going with your answer. But don't make it long, keep it brief. So here's a scenario. Say they ask you, tell us about your situation on where you solved a problem on the job. Let's pretend that's the question. If I were applying the S, situation, I might say something like, I was working at a retail store and we were short-staffed during the holiday rush. Lines were long and customers were getting frustrated. So now I just gave them the background. I presented the problem and the scenario for them to understand what's going on in the situation. The T stands for task. This is where you're going to explain your responsibility on the job. This is where you talk about what you were accountable for. Okay, so you already gave them the S. You told them that you were in a retail store. You guys were short-staffed. It was the holiday.